Good morning, US, and good afternoon from Nigeria. My name is Tony Joseph, and morning, and in US, good afternoon from Nigeria. Sorry, I forgot to mute my volume, but I think it is done. So once more, I want to say good afternoon from Nigeria. It's 19 hours Nigerian time, 5 a.m. Pacific time, and I'm happy to be here once more to make a broadcast on TBC. But as always, each time I come here on Mondays, first thing I do is to remind you that we are just 2 hours away from send button meeting, and I will encourage each and everyone to endeavor to attend. We can never stop emphasizing attending send button meetings, just the same way we cannot stop emphasizing also going to the blogs and reading the blogs, and carrying out the blogs, teaching the blogs, putting it to practice, and every other thing. So 3 o'clock, that's Nigerian time, which will be 15 hours, just 2 hours from now, send button meeting will be on. Do yourself a favor and try to attend. And for those of you who doesn't understand English or choose to go on French or are more fluent on French, tomorrow Umbe will be live also in French. Pre-term will be live in Hindi, and also the Bengali send button meetings. Endeavor to attend. Attending send meeting is very, very important. We cannot overemphasize that. And having said and done, now we got the business of the day. Today, I would really want to talk about the reward systems generally, and lay emphasis on the 2 additional cookie reward systems. Now, when we talk about reward, what are we saying? TBC, as at today, is known by its reward system. Why? Because the first thing TBC does is give you a gift. Every effort TBC is putting out there is to find somebody she can give a gift. And that's where we are right now. Now, how does the gift system or the reward system operate? The first reward you will receive in TBC community is as soon as you sign up, TBC rewards you with 25,000 kringles, which at today translates to $2,000. I'm sure nobody out there in no other business around the globe will anyone just wake up and say, come, join us, and the first thing we give you is $2,000. That's the first reward you are going to get from the TBC community as you sign up. Now, after that is done, also, when you make a $10 purchase, for every $10 purchase, also you receive another reward. If you are a broadcaster, you get 1 TBC for $100 purchase. If you are not a broadcaster, you make 100,000 cookies for that purchase. And what does it mean to be a broadcaster? If I may talk about it, to be a broadcaster is simple to do what I'm doing right now. All you just need to do is go to your back office, click the send button, then scroll down and see tomorrow's broadcast and choose a time to make your broadcast. As soon as that is done, you go back to your YouTube, click on your Creator Studios, then live stream, then event, then create an event, and you schedule an event. As soon as you schedule an event, all you need to do is to copy the link address and go back to your Kringle back office where you see schedule yourself. Click in there, the page will open, paste the link and the language and submit, and you are done. And all is required of you is, after that is done, study the blog and make a broadcast for just 30 minutes. That will be submitted for review. Once it's reviewed and approved, you make one TBC free. So that is all it takes to be a broadcaster. That's all it takes to be a broadcaster. But if you don't do that, then you are only going to have 100,000 cookies, and that's all you are going to have. The other point I would want to emphasize before I go on the other reward system is all cookie rewards goes into your back office, and they are redeemable twice in a year. Redemption is done in May and in November every year. So like now, this is September, it will be October, and by November, redemption is coming in. So do yourself a favor and acquire as much reward as you can before the November so that you can redeem. And that's that about it. Now, having talked about the cookies you receive for signing up and the ones you receive for purchase, that's not all. TBC is so generous that it makes ways you can have TBC without necessarily making the purchase. In fact, if only you can follow TBC and do what TBC says you should do, you will accumulate quite a wealth to be proud of someday. Now, for the broadcast, for the purchase, that's what obtains. Now, the other reward system we have in TBC is there's a send button meeting. That was the first I talked about. TBC is so generous that each time you attend a send button meeting, also you get rewarded. Now, why do you have to attend send button meetings? You have to attend send button meetings. Why? Because the latest things you will know is shared in the send button meetings. Bulk of what is shared in the send button meetings is very private, and until you get there, you may not have them, and you will need them. Though there are times what is shared in the send button meetings comes up on the blog, but they are first hand. In the send button meetings, you also have a part to play. Why? Because if you have any question to ask or something you want to verify, you can put it across and it can be attended to. And so attending send button meetings is important. Why? Because you get the private information firsthand, and it's also a training ground. Outside that, there you get to know your leaders, you get to know who is who, what they are doing and what they are not doing, and you can reach out to as many as possible. There also you can share your views, because once you chat, everybody sees it and people can respond to you. So it's a good place to be. So apart from educating you, attending send button meetings also gives you reward. Now, this reward system also is divided into two. If you are a broadcaster, you take up to 1 million cookies for just attending that meeting. If you are not a broadcaster, then you take just about 1,000 cookies. And that is that. So in the TBC community, your activity will always determine what you make, what you get, what comes to you. But an emphasis is laid on the broadcast. Now, I've told you how to make a broadcast, what is called a broadcast, but you may tend to ask, okay, why broadcast? Why so much emphasis on broadcast? Yes, a lot of emphasis go on broadcast. Why? Because we are in an information war. The elites, the establishment are out there fighting us, and the only tool they had is to use the media. Why? Because they can talk. And we feel the only way we can clarify what they're saying, disprove what they're saying, is also to come out and talk. And two, it's a way we reach out to people to make people understand what TBC is all about. And the products cannot go out except somebody gets informed. So it's also a way of sending out information about TBC, telling people about it, making them understand what TBC is really all about. And so emphasis is laid on it. If you like it, it could be our advert channel. If you like it, it could be our channel for the toothpaste. If you like it, you can call it whatsoever, but this is where TBC goes out. Like now, if you are hearing me, if you are watching me, if you are telling somebody about what I'm telling you is what gives you understanding. And if you can take what I'm saying also and tell somebody, you are also going to give somebody an understanding. And so the broadcast is very important. It plays a major role. And so it's important that this attention be given to it. And that's why the reward comes to the broadcasters that much. And everybody's encouraged to broadcast. Why? Because that's where we discuss the information, and therefore, when the reward comes on it, it also attracts you to come in to do the broadcast. And I think with that, that will be good. Now, after talking about the send button meetings and then the broadcast, also, now in the TBC community, we share a lot. Now, for whatever you do, the TBC community always rewards. Now, you go out there and you are able to reach out to 100 people and bring 100 people. Also, the TBC community rewards you. For every 100 people you bring to the community, TBC community rewards you with 10 TBC. One TBC today goes for over $8 million. So if you can go all out there and put in the effort and bring in 100 people, I think it's good when TBC encourages you by giving you 10 full TBC. So in TBC, like the concept goes, it's all about going out to end poverty globally. It's all about bringing in 1 billion people. And nobody said go out there and work for nothing. No. Now, when you go out there, you work for yourself, you work for your brothers, you work for your sisters, you help them get out of poverty, and you get rewarded also. And one thing I believe, if someone around me becomes rich, even if he didn't share with me, I'm made richer. Why? Because he will not come to me to share my own. I believe that. If everybody around me becomes rich, even if they didn't share with me, I'm okay. Why? Because I'm much richer. They won't come back to share my own. Moreover, if I become rich and I have all it takes to make everyone rich around me, then I've become richer. Why? Because one way or the other, now because everybody around me is rich, they will also reduce the number of people that will come to me. Why? Because I won't be the only rich one. Many of us are rich, and therefore, again, I become richer. Why? Because they will definitely share in their liabilities around. And so what TBC does is, in every way, it's a win-win situation. Why? Because you enrich people around you, you become richer, and again, TBC rewards you. So when you go out there and talk and bring people in, and you are able to bring up to 100, TBC again gives you 10 TBC. And there's no limit to how many numbers of hundreds you can bring in. You can bring in 200, you can bring in 300, you can bring in 1,000, 1,500, 2,000. Each time you bring in 100, TBC rewards you with 10 TBC for each 100. Now, so far at this stage, I brought in 300, and TBC awarded me with 10 TBC times 3. That's TBC. So, and who did I bring in? Everybody close to me, my family, my relations, my friends, people I meet in business, and whosoever comes around him, I tell him about TBC. And they come in, they get richer around me, I get richer, and again, I am rewarded. So in the TBC community, everything is about reward. Every little effort you put in brings you reward. Now, TBC will train you, but attending the same button meeting, they reward you. They develop you to make you a speaker, to bring out the wealth on the inside of you, to make you share with those around you, to make them rich, reach yourself, and again, TBC reward. So the TBC community, the reward systems are numerous. They are very, very numerous. Now, in the month gone by, apart from rewarding you for bringing 100, also look at the cruise contest that was going on. People are winning cabins for free. People are winning cabins. In a month, they say, okay, let's see who will bring in the highest number of people. For that little effort, you win a cabin. And that still adds up to your 100. Like Dan Ewa was able to bring 500 one month. Now, he won the contest for the month, but he also won his 50 TBC. Why? Because he brought in 500. So the reward system in TBC is so numerous that if only you can stay on the blog, attend the Sandbot meetings, do what it says you should do, look, you will be a multi-billionaire, not just a millionaire. Because everyone with a TBC is already a billionaire class. Because when 1,000 people are in the community, then your one TBC becomes 1 billion grains of gold. And 1 billion grains of gold is about $2.7. And that automatically makes you about $2.7 billion rich. Now, what's more than that? You've made your friends rich. You've made your family members rich. You've made your business partner rich. You made 100 of them. And here you are cutting away about $27 billion for just making people rich. So our reward system in TBC is so great that when you catch the vision and you run along with it, it brings in money for you. The bulk of what I have today in my wallet came from the reward system. I make the purchase, I'm doing a broadcast, I'm a broadcaster, I attend send button meetings, and I also recruit people, I make sales. And let me say this. Now at this level, when the cash flow is preached everywhere in TBC, now you take the bull by the horn and you go out there and you do what I'm telling you. You do the broadcast now. People watch your channels. They get to you. You create a relationship with them and you sign them up. They make their payment of $10. Now they make a purchase from you. And now again, you are cashing out. Like the bulk of people that make purchases from me, where do I cash them from? On the broadcast. Oh, we watched your broadcast on TBC, and we feel we should just reach out to you, and they get out to me. Now we get on talking, and I make the sales. I cash out. I consider that also a reward. Why? Because TBC is coming to me as a reward, and I am cashing out from the sales. So the reward system in TBC is so numerous and so generous that if you can just stick to it and follow it, you will be surprised what you want to make out of it. And now I was in the blog, was it 2 days ago and even this morning, and again, I saw on the blog that 2 additional cookie reward systems are coming up. Now with everything I've said, admin feels it's not enough. Let them add more. And now this new reward system is so wonderful that it doesn't only give anybody coming in more cookie rewards. No, it also builds the community. It pushes us closer and faster to reaching the 1 billion people in the community. And two, to the broadcaster, and also to the upline, to the leader, it also brings out a cash flow. And everything I want to do this morning, I just want to recap the reward system, but most importantly, I really wanted to talk about the 2 additional cookie reward system, which may come up maybe sometimes next month, because on the blog, I clearly understand that they are adding this to help people also acquire more cookie rewards for redemption in November. I hope everybody remembers that our redemption is November and May every year. So these 2 systems will also help you to acquire more, especially for those of you who are not yet in the community. And also for those of you who have come to the community but have not yet made a payment of your $10 wallet fees. So now for those of you who have not done it, the time I think you should go and do it. Why? Because doing it now will give you more cookies than any other sign up would have given you at any point in time. Because at the beginning, the first reward system was 100,000 kringles for the sign up. After 90 days, it was 2,000 kringles. After another 90 days, it was 25,000 kringles. And now the 25,000 kringles is going to last till the end of the month. Like I was talking early this month, I say 25,000 kringles will last till the end of May. What next? I had no idea what was going to happen, but now it's towards the end of the month, and I'm seeing 2 additional reward systems. Isn't admin so good, so kind, so generous? So people minded, so you and I minded that all they do is to find a way of making us rich and making it easier for us to reach out to our loved ones out there and also bring them in and make them rich. It's so a great system. So now these 2 new additional reward system will go this way. The beneficiaries are those coming in newly and those also have been in the community but have not yet been able to pay their $10 wallet fees. I said have not yet been able to pay their $10 wallet fees. Now this is how it works. All you need to do today is join the community by signing up, pay your $10 wallet fees, and bring 2 people within 24 hours to sign up under you and also pay their $10 wallet fee, and you have cool 10 million cookies. Cool 10 million cookies. Just pay your $10 wallet fees, get 2 people sign under you, pay their $10 wallet fees within the next 24 hours, and you are there with 10 whole million cookies. Just 24 hours, and you are done. And did you stop there? No. Also, if you can work these 2 people that you brought in under you to also sign up, their 2 each within the 48 hours of signing up, you will have 1 TBC. So now, what's the arithmetic saying? Just sign up, pay your $2 wallet fees, and within 48 hours, have 6 people come under you. The first 2, 24 hours. The next 2, 24 hours. And you are worth 1.1 TBC free. 1.1 TBC free. Just 6 people. You sign up with $10, the 2 sign up with $10, and There are two, sort of with that $10, you are just 1.1 TBC clean. And these two also under you that brought in their two within 24 hours, also each has their 10 million cookies. And if they can also duplicate their own 6, having their 2, having 2, they also are going in for another 1 TBC. So this new system, all it's bringing is more gift. And remember, your purchase as a broadcaster for every $100 still gives you another 1 TBC. Your broadcast gives you 1,000,000 cookies. Your send button meeting still gives you another 1,000,000 cookies if you are a broadcaster. And I think there's nothing we need to do at this time other than to take advantage of what we are doing. Just to take advantage of this and go all out there and now reach out to the community. And for people like you and I that are leaders, this is something we should embrace. Why? Because now if you sign up someone who signs 2 and the 2 signs their 2, the 6 comes in. Each of them is making a purchase of $100 and therefore you are cashing out. Now for every one person assigned on this platform these days that has his first 2 to make his 10 million cookies, and now the next 4 to make his 1 TBC, I have 6 people that will make at least a purchase of $100 and I am worth $600. Now I am cashing out and I am also building the community. So at this point in time, look, we need to go all out there with this new system and take it out, make the people understand, let's shed light on it, and let's cash out. Let's have a cash out. Let's have the community develop. Let's have people made rich. It's a better system. I see us getting to our target faster than we would ever have been. I see us hitting the 1 billion with this new reward system faster. But we leaders need to understand this, and also we need to tell those we are talking to, make them understand, and let this 6 of a thing take us there faster. Now we are a network. Now we are going multi-level, but for now it stops at 6. So if anybody will go out and all you are thinking of is build 6 or build 2 and have each 2 build 2, we are there. So please, let's embrace it. It won't be long before the month runs out. All of us will now see this one come, because even this morning I read it on the blog. Please stay on the blog. Everything about the reward system, get into it, know it, bring it out, share it, tell the people, and you'll be surprised how far we can go. So at this point in time, I will want to draw the curtain on this broadcast. But before I go, I will want to remind you that the send button meeting is just about 90 minutes from now. Please endeavor to attend. Thank you very much. I see you on the next podcast. Thank you.